Reentry, and what is your position at Goodwill?
I'm the Director of Workforce Development at Goodwill, and we're located locally on Patton Avenue. And we have the opportunity to administer a program called Project Reentry. And I have some cool statistics or interesting statistics to share today. So, 1 in 3 people are affected by incarceration in America. 67% of those released from incarceration in America return within 3 years. There are 2.8 million people currently incarcerated in prisons across America. That is a huge number. 38,000 people are incarcerated in North Carolina alone. So that's 38,000 individuals who really need help with figuring out their transition plan. 95% of people currently incarcerated will be released to the community at some point. And that is exactly what our Project Reentry program does. We work with individuals who are getting ready to transition out of incarceration and rejoin the community, and we help them figure out their steps along the way.
So our guests today, along with Tara, are Kelli Mullinax, who is a reentry specialist with Goodwill, and Sharon Stalling, a successful graduate of the Project Reentry program. Kelli, introduce yourself and what your position is with Goodwill.
Good morning. My name is Kelli Mullinax, and I'm the Project Reentry Employment Specialist primarily in Henderson County, but we also serve Buncombe County and Haywood County for the Western District.
And so what is the platform for delivering the Project Reentry programs?
So currently we have 6 facilities between Henderson County and Buncombe County, and that's between 3 facilitators. So that's myself and my coworker, Tony Shivers, who is the Buncombe County Reentry Specialist, and our manager is Jonathan Knight, excuse me. So we have 2 jails, which is the Henderson County Jail and the Buncombe County Jail, and I teach at the Swannanoa Correctional Center for Women and at the Black Mountain Substance Abuse Treatment Center, and then Tony and Jonathan teach at Craggy Minimum and Craggy Medium.
Cool. And so what are you teaching in the classes, and how long are these classes?
Well, the length of the classes also depend on which facility that we're in. The jails right now are between a 2-hour, just a job readiness class, and then a 4-week class. And at the Black Mountain Substance Abuse Treatment Center, that's a 4-week class. And in those shorter classes, we're focusing a little bit more on just changing their attitude on things and getting them prepared and ready for the job market upon their release. Now, in the prisons, that's more of a 14 to 16-week class, and we're teaching soft skills, hard skills, job readiness, like how to write a resume, how to fill out an online application. And then we also bring in a lot of people from the community to help them prepare themselves for whenever they get out and show them the other help that they have in the community other than just us.
And so how does this affect our community?
I think it has a huge impact in our community because, as you said, that 95% of people that are currently incarcerated are getting out. So that means they're going to be your coworker, they're going to be a family member, they're going to be someone you run into on the street. And our people and our participants, this is a completely voluntary program as well. So they want to change. They want the help. They've made that decision in their life to better themselves. And they're getting jobs at a living wage. We've seen them get their license back, set a savings account, be able to buy a car and buy a home, or be able to rent a home and not have to struggle anymore. And that's amazing to see.
So our star today is Sharon Stalling. And Sharon, how has Project Reentry played a role in your life?
Well, excuse me, when I was in Swannanoa and took Kelly's class, it gave me the resources that I needed in order to come back into the community. It wasn't the first time I had been incarcerated, so therefore I had to do something different. I couldn't keep going back. I was one of the statistics, and I was tired of being a statistic. And so the reentry class gave me the resources I needed.
And so what does the word transition mean to you?
To make a positive change, a change in my path, it's a transformation and a renewing. And that's what I've been able to do. 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 And that's what I' have been doing and is still doing. I mean, it's going to be a continual path.
So what are some of the challenges that you faced during your transition?
I wouldn't even know where to start, but I live in a transitional house, so that has played a huge role because I've gone through multiple relapses, not myself, but people within my house, and it's taught me to deal with that and just keep going forward and do the next right thing, because if I don't, I know where I'm going to end up back. I've had to get to know my family again, to rebuild those relationships. When I was originally locked up in 2010, I had a 4-year-old, and she'll be 13 in a couple of weeks. So I still see a 4-year-old a lot of times, and she's not. She's my mini-me. She acts like me. She walks like me, and it's scary. So I'm having to get to know her all over. And then finding a job, I was scared to death to find a job. I've been very fortunate in being able to have the job that I have. I work at the Aloft Hotel in downtown Asheville. I love my job. They welcome me with open arms. They've never judged me for for what I've done or anything like that, and that was a very reassuring thing. It shows that people are willing to give felons like myself a chance, and I mean that's made all the difference to me.
Yeah, that's wonderful that we have that in the community, that Aloft is one of the businesses that is participating. What do you do to remain positive and focus on your goals in the future?
I have to surround myself with positive people. If I don't, I'll get down real fast. I have a sponsor. I attend 12-step meetings. And I've come too far to go back. I know it sounds very cliche, but my life depends on it. I'll continually fight a demon within me, and I have to suppress that, because if I don't, there again, I know where I'll end up, and either prison or dead. And I know that it's been a long road, and I'm ready for a different life.
Well, I have to share something with you here. I have 40 years of sobriety, and because of that 12-step program, that's why I'm sitting here running a station today. So life can really take on an entirely new meaning as you are able to stick with the program. It's not the easiest thing to do. I think it's the hardest thing to do, but it's very much worth it. So what advice would you give to someone who is transitioning back into life and into employment?
Take advantage of every opportunity given to you, positive opportunity given to you. Access those resources. Do not let your pride get in the way of asking for help, because if you don't speak up or seek out the help, it's there. Just you have to grab a hold of it and take advantage of it, and keep fighting. It's an uphill battle. You'll have easy days, and I've had some really hard days over the summer. But it's just pushing forward, and I have to keep pushing forward. I have people dependent on me. I have a almost 13-year-old that depends on me, and I've missed so much. I don't want to go back and miss anymore.
Well, I can tell you that taking it one day at a time works. One day at a time, lived well, turns out to be a good life. So, Tara, how can listeners or businesses who want to learn more about Project Reentry find out more information?
So our next Business Advisory Council meeting, what we call our BAC, is actually coming up on October 4th. And this is going to be all around reentry. And Sharon, of course, is going to be one of our stars again at that council, because you know, your story is so amazing, and there's so many people in the community that relate to it or experiencing the same thing. So thank you for continuing to share and be a part of our reentry program. So Sharon and others will be on a panel discussion, and we want to talk about the challenges that individuals face. Living day by day is hard, and we want to talk about that with employers and community partners, and share different perspectives and really show employers the opportunity that they have to help change someone's life, because it really makes a huge difference. And as we mentioned, Aloft has been an amazing partner. We hear all the time how wonderful Sharon's doing there. And it's a great opportunity. So that's coming up October 4th. It's at the Holiday Inn Biltmore East. And if anyone's interested in attending, we do take RSVPs for that event, and they can call our main office at 298-9023. Mention the BAC, and we'll get you signed up to attend if you're interested. General information about our reentry program, what we're doing. If you're interested in being a guest speaker, if you're an employer listening or someone who has experienced this journey as well and you'd like to assist in any way, give us a call at our office, because our folks like Kelli and her team, they're looking for individuals who can be a mentor or share their story of success and challenges, and sort of provide hope to individuals who are also getting ready to transition out of incarceration and get on this journey with us that we call life. So you can call our main line again if interested in that, 298-9023.
And you've got a website, you've got a webpage that goes into this project also, do you not?
Yes, absolutely. So, of course, our main website, goodwillnwnc.org, that'll give you a lot of great general information about all of our services at Goodwill. More specifically for what we're doing in Asheville or across our territory, you can actually visit goodwillonthego.com, and that's an extremely mobile-friendly site, and that's our Goodwill on the Go site. You can text option into it as well. You can text NWNC to 56512. You can get that information on the go. If you're on the way to a job interview, you can get our information and call us on the go, or get our tips. You can also learn about reentry. You can learn about our hiring events. We also have our Goodwill Text Club available. So if you're out there looking for a job, sign up for our text alerts, and we'll send those out anytime we're having a hiring event. To join the Goodwill Text Club, text at 1616 AVL to 81010, and that'll give you all of the text alerts that we have going on in our center on a regular basis.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Kelli Mullinax and Sharon Stalling and Tara McCracken for coming in today to do another program on Goodwill Radio. And we will have you again next month to learn a little more about all of the great things that Goodwill does in the community.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in.